What's going on, Jerome's? So would have done this last night, except a little bit burnt out from the NFL draft. But also, so when I understand TV obligations with the NBA playoffs right now, but when a game says 9:30, probably shouldn't tip off at 9:52. But your Minnesota Timberwolves go up 3-0 on the, hey, weren't the Suns supposed to give the Wolves trouble? Weren't the Suns supposed to be the worst matchup for the Wolves? But 126-109. Hey, Suns, congratulations for finally scoring 100 in this series. But Anthony Edwards. So Anthony Edwards, first off, he is Michael Jordan reincarnate. Number two, the favorite young player in this league. And he is the face of the franchise. He is the face of the league. He better start getting a superstar whistle very soon, by the way. But also, he hit with the Generation X, suck it. Take out your suck it and suck it. Now, people forget, back in the day, like that was the thing to do. Like, when I was a kid, that's all that anyone did, where it's like, hey, nowadays, kids, anytime anything good happens, they hit the gritty, or they still like dab, or they do the floss dance or whatever. Back in the day, this is what we did, no matter what. Anything good, bad, or otherwise, suck it. So it was hilarious. Like, I was half asleep by this time, so just like look up, is like, is Anthony Edwards doing the suck it thing? It's hilarious, man. But Edwards, so I mean, Edwards had been good in spots, but in terms of scoring, he had been relatively inefficient the first two games, but he just blew up, right? As he's wont to do. 36-9-5, just completely dominating this game, busting it open in the second half, and Wolves up 3-0. No big deal. And so the Suns are in shambles, right? And the Suns, so this is what happens. So the Wolves have a team. The Wolves have a team. They are selfless. It doesn't matter who scores the points that night. They play team defense. They're unselfish, and they're completely bought in. Props to Finchy and the staff. Like, they're peaking at the right time, and they're absolutely just a ball of fun to watch. The Suns have a loose collection of private contractors. That's what it is, and I feel like that's the downside of the the super team era in the NBA, is that, I mean, these guys just sort of come together and they don't really have any chemistry. Some players are certainly out for themselves. Anytime there's just a hint of adversity, everyone just sort of goes their own way. But I mean, they do have Durant and Bradley Beal and Booker. Devin Booker is the biggest baby back biatch in the league. He really is. And he's too talented to be as whiny as he is. And plus, him diving at the back of Cat's legs. I mean, he's supposed to be your guy. And you know that he's just coming off a meniscus. And you try to do him dirty like that. And also, him and McDaniels getting into it. And McDaniels just randomly getting a tee for no reason in the second half is just ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous. But so I'm just waiting for Durant to join the Wolves next year. That's what's going to happen. And Beal, I feel like Bradley Beal is the... I don't know, man. Like Bradley Beal back in Washington, like, he was a dude. So I don't know. But yeah, the Suns. I mean, the Suns just look absolutely disinterested. Like, they're done. Like, I know that the Suns, took the Wolves to the woodshed during the regular season, but it's over. It's finito. And I mean, the Wolves. I mean, what can you say? Again, I love everything about this team. And last year, when this team crash landed, Rudy was shoving Kyle Anderson on the sidelines. Jay McDaniels punching walls and stuff. And you're thinking, okay, maybe this will be a mess. But I mean, props to this team, props to the leaders, props to Finch, and it was great. I mean, Edwards, like I said, having his bust out game, 36, and was extremely efficient, 11 of 11 from the line as well. Plus Rudy Gobert is your defensive player of the year. I do not care. I do not care at all. 19 and 14 and plus 21 and plus minus. Suns, all series long, they could not get a clean shot inside. Like, where are the easy buckets? Where are the easy mid-range jumpers? They ain't there. They ain't there, man. And also, Cat's rebounding has really been underrated and amazing this series. 13 last night, including 5 offensive. He's really been hitting the boards, so that was the concern. I mean, Cat coming back from the meniscus, you're thinking, okay, was he just going to hang on the perimeter? Is he going to be more of just a shooter? But no, he's in there, he's banging, he's clanging, and he's looking really damn good. Also, Nikhil, I mean, in terms of, hey, throw-in players, I mean, Na is completely huge value. Where he's like, he basically with the trade, which was already a good trade, he was like, and David goddamn Putney. That's what Na was in that trade. But 16 points, really heavily involved in the third quarter, busting this thing open, and he was great. I mean, Naz Reid was Naz Reid. I'm just waiting for the Naz Reid game. I'm waiting because there will be a game in the playoffs where Naz goes off for like 26 and 10, and Naz Reid game. And again, this is what's amazing about this team is that they are so damn deep. With Anderson back, they go 9 deep legitimately. Right, so they're keeping guys fresh later in games, later in the season. Everyone else is worn down to a nub, especially teams that play their starters heavy minutes. But Finch has been really smart about this, and also props to all the egos on this team because I mean everyone has an ego, right? But the Wolves have set theirs aside, and it doesn't matter who stars on a given night. Game 1, it was Na. Game 2 is McDaniels. Game 3, it was Edwards. Game 4, it could be Naz Reid. It could be a major cat game. It could be whatever. But you can tell they're having so much fun. They love each other. They play good defense. They don't care who gets the points, and they're just doing the damn thing. So I think they sweep the Suns on Sunday because the Suns are completely checked out. They're completely disinterested in this series. And then the Wolves on to the next one, whether it's Denver and then OKC, whether it's the Celtics in the finals. Bring it, baby. Again, suck it. It was such a throwback. It was beautiful, man. But that's it. Wolves up 3-0 over the Suns. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull, production value.